Social Science, Economics, NCERT, Class 9, Chapter 1, The Story of Village Palampur. Overview of the chapter. Introduction to some basic concepts related to production through a hypothetical village called Palampur, where farming is the main activity. Hypothetical village means it is based on a possible situation rather than a fact. It's not real. Apart from the main activity of farming, Palampur also has several other activities such as small-scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc., which are carried out on a limited scale. Introduction to the chapter. Village Palampur. Palampur is a small hypothetical village having about 450 families. It is 3 km away from Raiganj, a big village. Shapur is the nearest town to the village. The village is well connected with neighboring villages and towns. The village is well connected by the road and most of the houses are electrified. It has 2 primary schools and 1 high school. There is a government primary health center and a primary dispensary. This is a picture of an Indian village for your reference. Palampur is connected with a well-developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, schools and health centers, which means that infrastructure of the village is good for developmental activities. Because villages are the heart of the country, the story of Palampur takes us through the different types of production activities that are carried out in a village, such as milking, pottery, herding of cows, goats, weaving, etc. India is an agrarian country. Farming is the main production activity across villages. As India is an agrarian country, farming is the main activity carried out. Main production activities. Farming is the main production activity in the village Palampur, unlike other villages. Most of the people are dependent on farming for their livelihood. Non-farming activities such as dairy, small-scale manufacturing, example activities of weavers and potters, etc., transport, etc. are carried out on a limited scale. Organization of production. The main aim of production is to produce goods and services, our basic concept of economics, which require 4 essential things. Land which is abundantly available and other natural resources such as water, forests, minerals. Labor or human force. Though we have machines for production, we need people to operate the machines. Physical capital such as tools, machines, buildings, raw materials and money which are required to run a business and produce goods and services. Factors of production or requirements for production of goods and services. Land, labor and capital are the basic requirements for production of goods and services, which are popularly known as factors of production. Land includes all free gifts of nature, example soil, water, forests, minerals, etc. Labor means human effort, which of course includes physical as well as mental labor. Physical capital is the third requirement for production. Physical capital includes fixed capital, example tools, machines, building, etc. Working capital includes raw materials such as seeds for the farmer, yarn for the weaver and money in hand. Raw materials. A variety of raw materials are required for production, such as the wood is used by the carpenter, yarn is used by the weaver and clay is used by the potter. Money is also essential during production and both of them in hand are called as working capital, which are very important for a business. The fourth requirement is knowledge and enterprise to be able to put together land, labor and physical capital produce and output. Factors of production are combining of land, labor, physical capital and human capital. In this picture you can see wasteland being converted into a farmland where we can produce the crops. The important changes in farm activities. Land is finite in nature. We cannot change or stretch our land area more than the permissible limit. For example, territorial borders of India. Land area under cultivation is fixed because land is also used for various purposes like airports, roads, buildings, schools, hospitals, etc. Some wastelands in India have been brought under cultivation. Important changes in farm activities. There has been some important changes in farming which have allowed the farmers to produce more crops from the same land which they hold. The changes include multiple cropping farming, use of modern farming methods, consolidation of lands after abolition of zamindari system. Green Revolution. Due to these changes in the late 1960s, productivity of land has increased. Green Revolution was initiated by M.S. Swaminathan to bring self-sufficiency of food produce, particularly in rice and wheat, as these are the staple diet. We were earlier dependent on other countries for our food produce. Punjab. Farmers of Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, some parts of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu were the first to try out the modern farming methods in India, as these are very fertile places. Overuse of fertilizers, pesticides and water is resulting into land degradation, and the water table is also spoiled as chemicals ooze and permeate inside the soil. The farmers in Punjab are facing these problems and Punjab is overcrowded. Labor. After land, labor is the next basic factor of production. Small farmers make out their own labor in their own fields. That is, they work for their own fields. Whereas, medium and large farmers make use of hired labor to work on their fields. There are many landless families in Palampur which provide labourers. As the work is less for the number of labourers, they are not given minimum wages set by the government. So some labourers migrate to the cities for doing casual labour or menial labour works. Labour. Farm labourers do not have any right over the crops grown on the land because they are employed only for labouring works. They will be paid wages for their work, which can be cash or in kind. Example, crop. Sometimes labourers are provided with lunch also. Wages vary from region to region, crop to crop, one farm activity to another. Farm labourers are employed on a daily basis or for one particular farm activity like harvesting or for the whole year. Capital. After land and labor, capital is another basic factor of production. All categories of farmers, example small, medium and large, require capital. Small farmers borrow from large farmers or the village moneylenders or the traders who supply them various inputs for cultivation. Even factories need capital to produce goods and services. So when small farmers borrow from the money lenders, they charge very high interest rate. Modern farming requires capital to buy threshers and harvesting machines. So the next important topic is multiple cropping. What is multiple cropping? Multiple cropping means to grow more than one crop on a piece of land at the same time. What is multiple cropping? Multiple cropping means to grow more than one crop on a piece of land so that in the same piece of land more yield of different varieties of crops could be obtained. Another way for higher yield is modern farming, multiple cropping. In the late 1960s, the advent of green revolution introduced the Indian farmers to cultivate wheat and rice using high yield varieties of seeds. Way to grow more crops from the same land. In the rainy season, Kharif farmers grow jowar and bajra followed by the cultivation of potato between October and December. In winter, farmers grow wheat and a part of the land is allotted to sugarcane harvested once every year. Due to well-developed irrigation system, farmers can grow three different crops. Earlier, farmers were dependent on monsoon rains for their crops. Now the system of irrigation has brought about a radical change. Electricity completely changed the system of irrigation. Sustainability of land. Modern farming methods have overused our natural resources. Due to increased use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, soil has lost its fertility. Natural resources like soil fertility and groundwater have been contaminated and destroyed. Of course, we are able to produce more crops and attain self-sufficiency, but it is very difficult to restore back our natural resources to normalcy. Land distribution among the farmers of Palampur. Land is important for any kind of farming. Let us not take into consideration about vertical farming and aerial farming. About one-third of the 450 families are landless in Palampur. Dalits have no land for cultivation. 240 families cultivate small plots of land less than 2 hectares in size. There are 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. Marketable surplus. What is marketable surplus? The extra amount of produce that is sold in the market more than what they are using for self-use is called as marketable surplus. Some part of wheat the farmers produce from the land is retained for their family consumption and they sell the surplus wheat which is called as marketable surplus. Only the medium and large farmers supply wheat to the market. The poor farmers who are able to produce only little amount of rice or wheat use it for their own consumption. Here in this picture you can see the marketable surplus, how it is being sold in the market. Sale of surplus farm products. Farmers produce crops on their lands by using the three factors of production visually, land, labor and capital. They retain a part of produce for self-consumption and sell the surplus in the nearby market. That part of farm produce which is sold in the market is called marketable surplus. Small farmers have little surplus output. It is the medium and large farmers who have substantial surplus produce for selling in the market. Non-farm activities in Palampur. Some people in Palampur are engaged in activities other than agriculture. Dairy. Other than agriculture, some people are engaged in dairy and the milk is sold in the nearby village where they can gain some profit. Small-scale manufacturing in Palampur. People are engaged in small-scale manufacturing which are carried out at home. Non-farm activities. Very few workers in the rural areas in India are engaged in non-farm activities. There are a variety of non-farm activities in the villages. Dairy, small-scale manufacturing, transport, etc. fall under this category. Non-farm activities in Palampur. Shopkeeping. Traders of Palampur buy various goods from wholesale markets in the cities and sell them in the village. It is much convenient for the people to buy these goods which are readily available near them. The general stores in the village sell a wide range of items like rice, wheat, sugar, tea, oil, soap, biscuits, batteries, toothpaste, candles, pen, pencil, notebooks, even some cloth. Non-farm activities in Palampur. Transport. Transport services are important for connectivity of people to travel from one place to another and to transport goods for sale and also to procure raw materials to supply for the producers. Transportation includes vehicles like rickshaws, tonga, jeep, tractor, truck drivers, traditional bullock cart and bogie. They transport people and goods from one place to another and are paid for it in return. We have come to the end of this chapter. If you need more lectures on economic sociology and social science, please follow me in YouTube, Schooling channel and social media. Link given in the description.